Hello there. George Ray here again with All Things Lynchian. Again to talk about a CBS related rant again because it happened again. So CBS responded to the copyright claim disputes I submitted, and they basically took down the video. So the Twin Peaks Reflections video that I worked on for the last few weeks is now down on YouTube. It was up and visible for a few days, but they took it down. Down it goes. Now it went into video heaven or hell or whatever you believe in. Where do videos go when they die or get flagged? I'm not sure. I'm not really surprised, and honestly, I'm not really angry. I mean, CBS sucks. I think they're stupid. I don't like what they're doing with Twin Peaks. I don't like anything that they've done. Their streaming service sucks. Star Trek Discovery sucks. Twilight Zone sucks. And even if they have Twin Peaks on CBS Full Access, whatever the fuck it's called, I would just rather watch it on Netflix or just one of the many Blu-ray releases they've released. So I have not thrown out my Blu-rays or anything. I'm not that much of a pissy, angry fanboy or anti-CBS person. I'm not going to burn the hundreds of dollars I spent to get the show on Blu-ray. So I'm not, I guess I'm a little hypocritical, but whatever. And it's frustrating. They took it down last night, which is Sunday. I'm recording this on a Monday. And again, it's not surprising. It's disappointing. And I could file a redispute, do a counterclaim. I'm not really sure what it's called. I forget. But I could have the option of them wanting to take it to court, which is really stupid. And out of everything that I've been dealing with and doing and everything else in my life, I just don't have the time or patience to go through all that. And if it was over a video that I felt strongly about or was passionate about, or I felt like was great in the final result, and if it had a large kind of positive response, I would maybe consider doing a counter disputes or whatever. But honestly, I'm just not that satisfied with the video, at the end result of the video. It didn't really get too many views, no comments, so obviously no one's that interested in seeing it or wanting me to do this kind of video series. So I'm not going to go through a Twin Peaks Reflections as a video series. I really wanted to, but my enthusiasm for Twin Peaks in general has just been kind of dying, and it's dead at the moment. And because of this, I have my first official copyright strike on this channel. Hooray, yay. Well, like I said, I kind of know why it got flagged. I did use there are a few sections of scenes I used where it goes on for a good minute. The main thing that was flagged was the couple sequences of the reaction of Laura Palmer's death in the pilot, with Leland and Sarah's reaction to Donna and James' reaction in the classroom. I kind of mixed and went back and forth with those two clips, but did use quite a bit of it all in one kind of sitting. And I think that's what kind of fucked me. I kind of did it to myself. I look at different channels covering Twin Peaks and David Lynch stuff and different movie review kind of channels in general and see the duration of the clips. And even when I was doing it, I knew I was kind of maybe going overboard. And sometimes you gotta reflect and be self-critical. I can realize and admit to myself that I probably went a little indulgent on using the clips. Whereas, we've all seen the pilot 1,000 times, and using those portion of clips for that duration probably wasn't the smartest thing to do at the end of the day. Live and learn. It's unfortunate, but here we are. I still stand with my original rant and complaints and criticisms of CBS, what they're doing with Twin Peaks, taking kind of a niche kind of series with a decent cult following It's no Star Wars or Star Trek. I mean, let's get real. It's on the top tier of everyone's list, and the majority of general audiences who maybe have seen Twin Peaks have not really gone that far into the series. Maybe just seeing the first few episodes or even the first season. But I mean, honestly, the majority of the general audiences, the CBS audience, has not seen a lot of Twin Peaks. They know, hey, it's cherry pie and coffee and a murder mystery. Ooh, spooky, weird things. Ooh, it's David Lynch. It's just weird, man, you know, kind of things. I don't think they get it. I don't like to use that as a certain criticism towards people who just kind of write it off as weird, pretentious bullshit. Like, oh, they just didn't get it, man. You just didn't. It's too smart for you. And I mean, there's a lot of layers to Twin Peaks, and there's a lot to unravel with it. That's not to say I never want to do any videos regarding Twin Peaks. I definitely do. I would like to just cover different topics, not making it like a confirmed, committed kind of video series. And honestly, I don't think anyone can top Joel Bacco's / Lost in the Movies Journey Through Twin Peaks video series. That's just amazing collection of video essays and analysis. And honestly, that should be on the that should be a special feature on the Blu-ray. You know, I guess if they re-release Twin Peaks as a series, I hope they get in touch with Joel Bacco and kind of do that, because I love that series so much. And there's lots of other great channels out there, like obviously I always like to mention Obnoxious and Anonymous. That's kind of more of a video podcast format, but they get into really great discussions. Cameron really knows his shit. And there's other good channels that cover Twin Peaks, the Vlog Lady, Take the Ring, Wow Lynch Wow. They have a lot of assortment of theory and analysis videos, and well edited and well put together. I actually saw Wow Lynch Wow's new video when it came up this weekend. Not to point out or like complain like, ooh, they use clips, but they don't get taken down in a way that doesn't really flag off the copyright system. I was a little more relaxed and less thoughtful when I was putting mine together. So I'm willing to take that self-criticism and, you know, the consequences. The video got struck down and I have a copyright strike. The whole copyright claim system is just really weird. And I don't know what like detailed issues those channels deal with. I'm sure they have their fair share. But if the whole thing is, oh, you shouldn't be allowed to use copyrighted material if you don't have permission. I mean, obviously, unless you're Variety or The Hollywood Reporter or some kind of basic corporate put together Twin Peaks retrospective little videos, you can really tell the difference between the passionate kind of fan level community channels over the corporate sponsored Screen Prism or Entertainment Weekly videos that, you know, are just like so the approved corporate sponsored CBS videos that are able to use that material, and just the basic of basic videos, which is just, you know, it's really funny and kind of embarrassing of how just simplistic and cookie cutter those videos are. But hey, they're a business, and Twin Peaks is a business. CBS is treating Twin Peaks as a business and a brand, and it's got to reflect that in the most basic way possible. But it's just weird because, you know, I've even been researching and looking at different videos, and I see a lot of videos using music, using clips from the show from years and years ago. I know I kind of covered this in my last rant, and it just seems very silly, just hilarious that it's just a very it's not a very well-tuned system. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. If the issues or problems were actually what they were, then no one would be able to make Twin Peaks related content in terms of using clips and stuff that fall under fair use or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of blabbering on and on and on. I don't know if it's the way certain channels use clips or because they were from so long ago, the whole flagging copyright system wasn't that well developed from when people post actual just scenes and without any commentary or critical analysis or anything. It's just a very unfortunate system. And I feel at the end of the day, smaller channels like below 100,000 subscribers should just, you know, why even make a big deal or try to, you know, I don't know if they're just trying to say, who, you know, you don't want to do that. We're CBS. We're the all-powerful, almighty CBS. We can do anything to your channel that we want, and we can sue you. You're just a low-level peasant who likes Twin Peaks, and if it's not corporate sponsored or in a way that we like, we will shut down your video. I don't know if it's a coincidence of me posting a rant critical video of CBS, and then a few days later, they, you know, struck my video down when it was up for days. And like, if you're going to take it down, you know, pay attention and just take it down, or like say, hey, look, we own the rights and we don't believe this is within fair use. Just communication, at least be fucking honest about it. I don't know. I'm just kind of over it. Not to say I'm over doing Twin Peaks or talking about Twin Peaks or David Lynch in general. It would just be nice in a fantasy ideal world that these things will not be a big issue, and I could just float under the radar, especially that I'm not making any financial gain from this channel whatsoever. But that's neither here or there. The good news is the channel hasn't been deleted, and the copyright strike is going to expire in October, so it's not going to be here forever, but it's just very annoying. And I really wanted to do a series of Twin Peaks videos, but I also would like to be able to just put in the work in the editing without thinking, or they want to strike my video down. But I don't want to just like put in a lot of work and editing just to have it taken off, That makes sense. And I'm sure a lot of other people feel like that. But I am a little surprised and bewildered that not a lot of other channels are really talking about this. I know Cameron did a video when they shut down the Twin Peaks Festival. He went into that. Maybe this isn't a big issue for channels like Wow Lynch Wow. I don't know. I don't know those channels personally. And, he basically just did a video this past weekend, and it did include clips of Twin Peaks. All his videos contain different clips of Twin Peaks. And I don't know, I think as a community, I'm not even sure the smaller David Lynch Twin Peaks fan communities, YouTube communities can make a dent into maybe getting some awareness for this. Maybe at the end of the day, there's not much to talk about. They're CBS, they're a big corporation. If they flag your video, it's pretty much, you don't have much recourse in terms of what you can do unless they either ignore the claim or they just take your video down. I just wish it was more of a fair playing field, but in a perfect world, which this is not. And there have been reaction videos that I've really enjoyed that you even would watch multiple times during some of the finale of The Return and things like that, because it's kind of sharing an experience in a way. And I've always enjoyed that. But even those reactions got taken down because they used a little background audio. So fucking what? What is the big fucking deal? Seriously, it was like that one case in YouTube years ago where someone had a dancing baby video, and they had shitty background audio of a song. It's like, oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that. We're gonna take your video down. We're gonna. You better follow the fucking rules. We're big corporations. You can't use our material. It's like, what is the point of YouTube anymore? I mean, obviously it's not just broadcast yourself. I'm not even sure if it says that on the website anymore. It's not the fucking logo. But hey, that's just the reality of things. I'm not explaining or exposing anything that we don't already know. And that's the situation of it. Even though there's not much to say about it, I feel like CBS needs to be more called out. So I'm imploring these other channels to speak out about it. If anyone has had a negative experience about CBS taking down your videos because of Twin Peaks related copyright issues or even anything else, I think people should speak up about it. Because not even unlike the bigger franchises, because Star Wars and Star Trek, they've had their big fan community kind of festivals and things like that. And now they have their corporate sponsored festivals, and CBS sees this, and that's what they're trying to do to Twin Peaks. But see, the difference between Twin Peaks is it was gone. It was trashed by critics after it got canceled, after Fire Walk would be there was a small, fierce, loyal fan base keeping it alive, keeping the spirit of it alive. So much so the different cast members and people would be involved and come to the festivals. It was all fan run. It was a beautiful thing. And yeah, I know I'm kind of repeating myself from my last rant video. This is just, it's just outrageous. I'm surprised more people aren't that outraged about it. And people were on Twitter for a little while, and I didn't see many other YouTube channels speak out against it or against CBS. And I implore any channels, Lost in Movies, Take the Ring, Blog Lady, Obnoxious Anonymous, anyone who has any kind of YouTube channel, whatever, if it's a small or bigger channel and you're outraged by this, I implore you to speak out, but everyone, has to do what they think is best. But there's only so much you can do. And at the end of the day, CBS is a big corporation. They own Twin Peaks, and they're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. And they have, and they will. So yes, I'm not going to even try to go through with Twin Peaks Reflections. I'm not going to try to edit it down. I am going to do some Twin Peaks related videos. I actually have one that I've been planning for a long time that I want to sit down and start writing out. Might be a multi-part kind of thing. I want to try to release it next month, close to the anniversary of the end of the return. Hint, hint, wink, wink, because there are a lot of things I have to say about the ending and the reaction, the backlash, the praise. There's a lot I love about the ending of The Return, which I consider the ending of Twin Peaks. So I have a lot to say about that, and hopefully I can work on that for a few weeks before September, and hopefully try to upload it in advance to see if it will get flagged and just kind of be more smarter about how I use clips. As much as I don't think it's right for CBS to do this, I should have used more common sense and realized I needed to do that. So I think that's going to be it now. Again, we're also on the verge of 200 subscribers. We're now 10 away from 200. I'd really like to hit this mark before the end of August, before the end of this month. I've been trying to do this channel for a couple years. I haven't been the best about it being consistent. I want to try to be more consistent with it, especially with David Lynch being more relevant with his weather reports and the YouTube channel and whatever secret project he's doing or not doing, or little hints. I'll probably be discussing that in another video. But anyone who's listening, I really appreciate you checking in, tuning in, and supporting the channel. If you're not already subscribed, that'd be really great. Please subscribe for more Lynchian content and all and all and all. Feel free to like and share these videos on Twitter. You can follow me at @Lynchian on Twitter. Until next time, this is George Ray with All Things Lynchian, Twin Peaks, copyright strikes, CBS is still stupid and full of shit, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks.